And we are back with the segments I think I'm gonna start calling anxiety news. So I saw this one. It says on MSN.com, UPI.com on MSN.com. So it says depression, anxiety increase most among minorities during pandemic. It goes further. Americans' rate of depression and anxiety spiked during the first year of the pandemic. I mean, that makes complete sense. But the increases were much more pronounced among Black, Hispanic, and Asian people than among white people, new research shows. What kind of research are they? I don't understand the research. Like, are they going around asking people, hey, how anxious were you during the pandemic? How depressed were you during the... Like, I don't... It's really hard for me to just buy into these studies. I almost feel like sometimes these articles are to put that out there so that us minorities start thinking that we are, like, it puts us in that mindset in a way. Like, I think it's kind of like trying to manifest that into us, and it's not cool. It's not cool at all. So yeah, I don't know about that one. That's pretty interesting. Now, I need to respond to a text message. So I'll be right back. I'm going to finish the news. So yeah, I mean, it's very hard for me to... And if it's true, I mean, why is it true? Because... I mean, during the pandemic, they were saying, yeah, you know, minorities are more susceptible to dying from COVID. Ooh, I don't want to say that word. From the C word. And so, like, you know, obviously all that news and shit where they were saying, yeah, you know, most of y'all are gonna get it. It's more fatal when y'all get it. Like, it just kind of fucked with our heads, obviously. And it can lead into some conspiracy theory stuff, but point blank, it being out there in the news and the zeitgeist puts that in people's heads, and I think makes them more susceptible to falling for that. I don't know, that's just me. Alright, next one from Anxiety News. Should our kids be screened for anxiety? This is from Yahoo, which is a weird news source name. Remember the old school Yahoo? So let's see. Thomas Trutchell from Getty, the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force issued a draft statement in April 2022 recommending screening for anxiety in children and adolescents between the age of 8 and 18. This recommendation, which is still open for public comment, is timely. In both cases, the aim... Now, I just got some of it, right? So I skipped a little bit. And it says, in both cases, the aim is to reduce symptoms and to prevent lifelong chronic mental health problems. But it is important to note that a screening does not equal a diagnosis. Diagnostic assessment is more in-depth and costs more, while screening is intended to be brief, efficient, and cost-effective. Screening for anxiety in a primary care setting may involve completion of short questionnaires by the child and or parent, similar to how pediatricians frequently screen kids for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. But when pediatricians screen for them, I mean, I don't know how it works, but I think a pediatrician, I don't know. That's that's tricky because like I want to see the questions. I want to see what kind of like testing are they doing. Is it obvious? Like are they just going to be saying, oh yeah, they got anxiety. Oh yeah, they got anxiety. And then it's like, well, we talked about last time. Maybe the anxiety that they have is not a disorder. Maybe it's just regular anxiety. It's quite interesting. Something to think about. That'll be it today for Anxiety News.